All right, so we're moving into our last tier 2 of the night. Hope you guys are having a fun time watching this quarterfinal playoff. I actually totally lost track of what the score is at right now. Let's see, the tier 3s were 1-1, then I won, then Nico won. This would be 2-2,
2-2.
and then Wrench won. So it's 3-2.
3-2. Okay, in favor
of Team Drag.
Wait, am I looking at the right match? Okay, yeah, you're right. In favor of Drag.
So we're gonna start up our last tier 2 match, which is gonna be DocHoliday versus George. DocHoliday.
Oh boy.
If you guys don't know, started the I think it's EGM Fight Night. Did that. That was a ton of fun on Afrika TV. But he's a great guy. Passionate about the foreign community. So go and send some love his way. Watch his streams on Afrika and all that good stuff. He's very much worth supporting. He's a great caster.
And ZVZ, DocHoliday has quite an extensive knowledge of ZVZ, actually. I've seen him coaching Zerg players before on the ZVZ matchup, and he was winning like almost every game. It was extremely impressive. He's got a pretty wide set of builds. I don't know much about George's ZVZ, but ultimately ZVZ is a matchup that comes down a lot to technique. I don't think that the maps matter all that much. The difference being, I think, on a map like Aztec, where you have a low ground main, in-base hatcheries are a little bit weaker because it's harder to concave at the bottom of the ramp with Zerglings. But anyway, we'll see what they decide to go for. George is going to go for a 9 pool, and so is DocHoliday, actually. So mirrored builds. Oh, well, actually not mirrored builds, because George is going to go for a 9 pool gas, and DocHoliday is going to go for the more economic 9 pool, where you get a drone and then gas.
Got some friendly banter here. George grilling Doc on what his car is, and Doc has a white Honda Pilot apparently.
In case you guys wanted to know. And it looks like it actually had a pause there. Dynamic turn rate. That's always the difficult thing, especially when you have spectators like this game, trying to figure out which turn rate to use. I just set it on dynamic and let the matchmake or let the servers do their thing. But the story of this game is going to be whether it's going to be speed first for George or lair, and it's speed. So DocHoliday looks like he's going to be adding an extra hatchery. Got 300 minerals, so... Or he's just gonna liquidate it into a lair. There we go. Okay. So he was just saving up for Zerglings. My bad, I sort of misread the build a little bit there, but Ling's already on the way for George. I would give the... this isn't really a build order advantage. Like, DocHoliday's lair is not that much faster than George, and George is gonna have speed finishing well before DocHoliday. So actually, wow, DocHoliday's just gonna run out on the map. Neither of these players scouted each other, and the Lings are actually gonna completely bypass each other, like two ships passing in the night. But now DocHoliday is gonna see the Lings, and he should turn around actually.
Yeah.
This is actually crazy to be fighting these Lings out in the middle of the map, because now it's 6 Lings in DocHoliday's base against 0 in George's, and George is gonna have speed finish first. So this is...
Yeah, speed is done, and now he can get some drones, and I mean, oh my goodness, he's gonna get...
Oh, wow. He's just diving in
2 drones.
This is actually crazy. And look, George has Lings back home. Speed Lings, no less. These Lings are gonna be forced to run. And what do you do now? You're gonna get eliminated. Zergs only have 3 buildings at this point. Yeah, that's a big rip indeed.
Oh,
wow,
man.
Really fast one. I was hoping for a really good ZVZ between these two, but that's gonna be it. I mean, wow, that was kind of a weird game because neither of the players scouted each other, which is uncommon. Usually one player scouts the other if you scout in the same direction, but George took the unusual route of scouting in the opposite direction. Or, I guess no, he did scout in the right direction, it's just his Overlord wasn't there and he didn't see the Lings go by. So, definitely I think as soon as DocHoliday sees those Zerglings running towards his base, he needs to turn back, because at that point, you know that your link timings are fairly similar, but he doesn't know if George went speed or lair, and he was kind of banking on... Actually, I don't know what he was banking on there. His lings were just later, so an unfortunate sort of insta-loss with that decision to go across the map, but... you know, when you're the 9 pooling player, you're in this mindset that you have to be aggressive, and you're thinking to yourself, you know, hey, if I just run across the map and they 12 hatched, I'm gonna win this game for sure, you know? So that's a very, very tricky situation, and made more complicated by the fact that George decided not to run up the narrow ramp, but actually go around, possibly to dodge any potential overlords. But interesting game, fast. It's about as quick as ZVZs go, but you know, that's ZVZ for you. It's a naked knife fight on a tightrope. Doesn't matter if you get cut or you fall, you're gonna die either way.
I'm not complaining. I mean, get the ZVZ done with, out of the way. Let's get to some real games.